Hey, hey. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the writing. Hold 1 second, I'm gonna grab some. But something that, okay, let me talk about Bukowski for a second. I've always loved that dude. He's just the grittiest old man, always a bottle deep into some cigarettes or whatever. But he's like the poem Bluebird. Like he's got the bluebird in his heart, and he doesn't want to tell anyone about it or let him out or show that he's soft or whatever, or weak. But um, it's writing like that that's really special. And one of my favorite little snippets from him, he said that he said that if he doesn't write for a week, he feels almost ill, like physically sick. And just to kind of piggyback on that and to reinforce that idea, like I've been doing a ton of writing recently, trying to get little pieces together for Medium or like poetry or some song lyrics, I guess. But yeah, if I don't do that writing, if I don't do that work to dig deep, as I was trying to motivate everyone before, like if I don't do that work to kind of clarify the problems or the struggles or the challenges of the day, then I don't feel very good. Like Andre3000, in his interview with Rick Rubin, he was saying that if he doesn't like kind of push things or like go into an uncomfortable space or to kind of push the limits or boundaries of a genre or the expectations of his creativity, then he doesn't feel good. And I mean, it's true. I need to get into my journal and kind of put some things down. And I think that's what's so beneficial about journaling, or beneficial about maybe morning pages from Julia Cameron. She says that when you wake up, you trust your writing and you put down 3 handwritten pages, to-do list, people you want to see, thing you're stressed about. Like you just put something down, and you kind of have to clear the waters and just get the nonsense, get the seaweed out of your bay, get the moss out of your lake. So if we can take anything from Bukowski in this simple illustration, it's, if you're a creative person, if you value those things, and then value them, like give them the attention that they deserve, and see what they can offer you. Like they might take you to the next piece. If you got writer's block, like dig deeper. Earl Sweatshirt, I heard this one thing, some advice, like secondhand. Who knows if Earl actually said this, but I imagine it came from him. Like he was telling some artists that if you don't know what to write about, just go back. Like how long have you lived? Like how many experiences have you had? How many things have you been challenged with, or like what's been introduced to you? Like dig into those things. Like go with something. Like things kind of happen in a roundabout way, and you kind of go through all these tunnels and things, and kind of go down the rabbit hole. Like the other day, I was at the McDonald's play place with my kids, and I started thinking about Richard Cabral. He acted in Mayans MC. I can't remember the dude's character, but he was just talking about how he wanted to be in his kid's life, and that quote just like ripped me in half. He said like be there for your kids. Like it's not that complicated. Like spend time with them. And he said all I have is food, all I have is enough money to like take you to McDonald's, son, and I'll take you. And I started thinking about McDonald's and how it's such a, I don't know, like no one knows if it's even real food. It's like this weird, in the piece that I was writing and kind of drafting at the moment, it's like this weird it's like this American rite of passage where you go to McDonald's as a kid and you eat like a weird Happy Meal and you play with a toy, and I like that led me to illustrate my point before, like the rabbit holes, like Richard Cabral led me to the weird rite of passage, which led me to a memory of me and my dad going to McDonald's, like when I got my shots as a kid. You get your physical or whatever, and then at the doctor, and then they give you like vaccines and tetanus shots. Like I was fighting off the doctors and stuff, and I remember they were trying to like put the shot on my leg, and I remember my dad like leaned over to me, like looked me in the eye, he's like, son, I'll take you to McDonald's. And I sat up. I'm like, all right, like do what you gotta do, like give me the shot. Like I sat there, like took the shot, like kind of like 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 a little kid, 6 years old, doing that. And but that all came out of McDonald's, like sitting in the play place. Another thing, like I wasn't going to write, and I'm kind of picky about where I write. So sometimes you gotta give it a shot, and that's kind of what I did. Not that I had like writer's block or anything, but I didn't believe, like I'm humbled in that sense, because I didn't believe that anything would come out of the McDonald's play place. It's chaos, it's covered in grease. Like the guy in there is just dying to like wipe a table down, and he's just waiting around like, please, like. And but that came out of that, like a really beautiful moment, or like something to remember, like to be there for your kids and to love them and listen to them, and yeah, like the stuff that came out of that interaction. I like watched some dad take his little girl, like some farm guy taking his daughter, getting her McFlurry. Just cute little moments like that. But journal, man, like get it out. Trust that process. See where it goes. If you got writer's block, go deeper, go back. Write something. And then like write something to just kind of, like write something, and if you think it's bad, then you'll make something better the next time. Like sometimes the things write themselves, and like they just come right out. And then other times, like, this comes from Billy Woods, but like he's like, yeah, you're wrestling with things. Like sometimes you write for 2 hours and you should just delete the whole thing. But like because you wrote for 2 hours, like maybe you found like the one little prompt or the few sentences or words or thoughts or experiences that'll like launch you into your next project or the next like really impactful thing. So sometimes it's wrestling, and sometimes it's channeling, where it writes itself. It's almost like you go into a trance and like something else is writing it for you, and it's telling you what to say and telling you what to sing and how to do it. Creativity is a weird thing, man. So give it a chance to work through you, and like kind of see what it offers you. And don't sit like septic with all these ideas and stuff. Like they gotta come out. I swear, like artists have a whole nother type of weight. And it stresses me out when I don't write, because I know that things are important and they're like important for that time. But if I don't write them, then I'll have to like kind of resurrect it later, and it's never the same. Like if I didn't follow that the play place at McDonald's, like I wouldn't have it. I wouldn't have thought about those things, and maybe those are the things that I needed to hear, as a dad, as an artist, as just a human being. But yeah, like, do trust the process, the creativity, and like, don't go septic. Don't rot from the inside. Don't lose your motivation because you have something important to say. You just got to pick up a pen and write it down. Write it on a napkin. Write it on a pizza box. Write it on I don't know. Put it in your phone notes. Type it on your computer. Borrow a pen where you are. Put it on your McDonald's bag. I don't know. Like, trust what's going on. Anyways. Yeah. Looking forward to all the writing that will come in the future. And I hope this inspires somebody. And if you're still listening, I appreciate you. Thank you. You're helping me grow and kind of make my roots places. I'm hoping to motivate others, and like, I feel like it kind of rekindles me as well. I feel like I'm doing a lot of it alone, and I know that's not true, but like, all the weight, a lot of it's on my shoulders if I'm not having my wife film some reel or something, or help me make a video, like, so anyways, thanks for the support, thanks for listening. Hopefully you got some insight out of this, and yeah, just feel better through the art. There's something about making something and seeing it turn out and how it's different and how it surprises you. It's a magical thing. And it's never what you can anticipate. And sometimes it is, and that's really cool, but I think the magic is the surprise of it and how it makes you feel. So, yeah, get out there, get moving. I'm going to cut this off before I keep rambling. Take care, guys.